Hello, my name is Tom Melling, CEO of Safari SOP, and I'm here to talk about some of the great technology used by your legal and operations teams. Let's start with paper. It's just so much better than papyrus. And how about spreadsheets, faxes, emails, FedEx, and shared network drives? Although it sounds nuts, there's a good chance that many of these technologies are used by your teams that respond to a barrage of information requests for sensitive data from governments, law enforcement, and private party lawsuits. And one more surprising thing is that because your teams don't have the bandwidth or technology to effectively invoice and enforce payment for their responses, your bank is likely leaving a lot of money on the table. This is Safari Subpoena Manager, our purpose-built solution for handling high volumes of requests for sensitive PII and recovering big bags of money. I've logged in as a team user looking at my list of cases. When I access a case, I have everything in one place. The data about the case is on the left, and documents are neatly organized into folders across the top. Here's the served document for this case, which I can view side by side with the data. By comparison, here's an actual spreadsheet used by a financial institution. As my teenage son would say, bruh. Even if your team has a more sophisticated, homegrown database system, they're still manually entering data and doing what we call shadow data entry. In other words, if they send an email, they still have to log that they sent the email. Instead, if your team had Safari, they can send emails directly from the system using templates that your team configures, and everything is captured in the audit history. It's streamlined, it's standardized, and it requires no shadow data entry. So with that as a quick introduction to Safari, I encourage your bank to take the following transformational challenge. First, can requests for sensitive PII be captured electronically to eliminate paper being served on your branches and headquarters and manual data entry? Second, has your team integrated with its core systems to enable end-to-end workflow automation? And finally, have they implemented a seamless document delivery system with no file size limits and built-in cost recovery to save time, reduce risks, and recoup costs? Let me show you how with Safari you can positively answer these challenges and achieve operational maturity. The first challenge, electronic intake. So here's the process without Safari. Requesting parties inundate your branches and headquarters with paper and faxes, or they send requests for sensitive data to an unsecure email address. When the document eventually gets to the team, they then have to manually enter the data. But with Safari, our solution includes a service of process intake portal that allows you to legally receive requests for information directly from the issuing party. It eliminates both the paper served on your branches and headquarters and the manual data entry. As shown in this case here in Safari, all the information on the left in the served document, I didn't enter or upload. It all came in directly from the intake portal. The second challenge, automation with core system integration. Using APIs, Safari can eliminate human involvement in the workflows. Here's a great example with an actual closed case. The request came in from the intake portal, no human intervention required. Safari then did a search of the core system, and there was no match. In other words, Greg Palmer was the target of the subpoena, but he's not a customer. So again, without any human involvement, no human involvement required. Safari then immediately closed the case and notified the requester. Again, no human involvement. This automated future is now, but only if you have an API-centric solution like Safari to transform these workflows. The third challenge, efficient, secure document delivery with built-in cost recovery. Safari is the only solution with these capabilities. No limits on file size or file type delivered. All actions in the delivery portal are captured in the audit history and shown directly in the matter, and built-in invoicing and cost recovery. Let me show you just exactly how easy this is. I'm going to deliver all these documents here, including a 19 gigabyte video file. I pick an invoice, I check a box, I click Save, and Safari takes care of everything for me, opening the delivery portal and ensuring that the requester pays my invoice with a credit card paywall. And here's a surprise. It's often the biggest banks that are the worst at cost recovery, sometimes leaving millions of dollars on the table. In summary, you're here at Finovate because you're seeking product innovations that transform operations, efficiency, and result. The challenge of handling high-volume law enforcement and other requests for sensitive PII has long been ripe for transformation. Yet until now, it's been overlooked because there's never been a purpose-built solution like Safari. How do we know this is a real-world problem? Here's what gets the biggest laugh when we meet with your teams. We tell them, you've probably never heard this before, but this is a really exciting time to be involved with subpoenas. It's funny because it's absurd and it's true. It's absurd for your bank branches and headquarters to be dealing with a flood of paper and fax documents, doing repetitive, time-consuming shadow data entry, and spending time and incurring costs with little or no chance for cost recovery. It's true now because Safari has built the only comprehensive solution to this problem. And we're trusted by some of the world's largest companies and financial institutions with a 100% customer retention rate. Now is the time for your bank to take this transformational challenge. Please visit our stand to learn more. Thank you.